Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to ATR's War, Bedlam Media's premier wrestling podcast covering AEW to WWE. I am Sam the SLB, fearless leader of Bedlam Media and co-host of ATR's War, ATR Rising Sun, as well as the host of Uncle Sam's podcast. Still working on renaming it and recording it. Working on it. Alongside me today is the third man himself, the man in black, my co-host from ATR Rising Sun, Ethan.
Yes, it's me, Man in Black. You can follow me on here. ATR, I am the Tran champion. Also, Mr. Bell in the bank. So, Scott, watch out. And it comes crashing down. Oh, yeah, did Sabu. You follow me. Hey, he's retiring this year, so we have to.
It's for him.
It's for him. Yeah, you can follow me on here. And then my Twitter on the screen there. Wrestling_fan_9. Right there. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited for ATR's War.
Yeah, so guys, if you don't do so, please make sure you like, share, subscribe. Follow us on everything. We're aiming for 120. We just hit, we have north of 110 right now, but trying to aim for 120. Guys, it's Sam-geance Day. That's right. I'm going to kick this off with my bragging rights. And unfortunately, Scott's not here for two reasons. Well, I wish Scott was here, but he's not. For two reasons I wish he was here. One of them, I got the W at NXT. And I've
He
only
doesn't
watched
watch the product.
Well, here's my thing. I've started watching it. I watched the episode before. I watched Vengeance Day, and I actually watched this past week's. And I'm looking forward to this week's coming up. So, not just that. I'm watching NXT again.
Good.
But also, I won Vengeance Day. I got the W on that show.
Oh, yeah, I'll read the score, Rick. Hold on. Yeah. This is the worst I did in a long time. It's been a while. So overall score, I'm at 17, and Sam and Scott are now tied with 9. So Sam, with that win eventually, actually tied Scott. And this, gotta find my Vengeance Day score. So I went 2-4. Literally, I got the 2 title matches right. Sam went 5-1. The only thing he got wrong was the tag title match. And Scott went 50-50, 3 for 3. He got the NXT title match right, the women's North American title match right, and the women's title match. So basically, the 3 title matches, 3 of the 4 title matches, and he got the other 3 wrong. Sam was the only one to get the strap match right.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Looky. So, I get my bragging rights, and Scott's not here to enjoy us talking about NXT.
Hey, Sam. Yeah.
But regardless, before we get into all the NXT stuff, we got a bunch of NXT stuff to talk about. We haven't had an NXT episode in a while. Ironically, on the same day, which I don't want to be rude and say we forgot, but Vengeance Day was going on the same time. It almost had the same appeal. Not in a bad way. It was almost like Grand Slam Australia is come and gone. It was a pretty good show. I didn't think it was bad. I figured it would have felt larger than Vengeance Day, but we're gonna, neither here nor there. Both shows I really enjoyed. Ethan, you want to run down the card on this one?
Yep. Give me 1 second. I forgot to bring it up somehow. Hang tight. Sorry. Yeah, the Jeopardy theme. Did we talk about the Ring of Honor Global War show after the Grand Slam? Because they taped that the same night.
Yeah, why not? Why not go through that card? That's like, what, 2 matches? Sorry, 37 matches?
No, it was actually a whopping 5. But let me talk Grand Slam first, and then I'll talk the Ring of Honor. So Grand Slam, Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega kicked off the show. Honestly, I thought if this wasn't main event, if the women's title match wasn't made, I thought this match was going to main event. But I'm glad this opened. This is actually the longest match on the show. Ospreay and Omega defeating Takeshita and Fletcher at 21 minutes and 20 seconds for him blade one-way angel come on Takeshita. And so, as we're recording this on a Wednesday, so Dynamite hasn't aired yet as we're recording this, but once this drops Monday, we know who won. So they're basically doing a Revolution Contender Series. Sam, did you see all that? Like, what's going on with that?
I was skipping through. I was just trying to get the matches under my belt.
Okay, so basically what they're doing. So on Dynamite again. That's for corners, but once it drops Monday, we know who wins. So Orange and Roger are meeting tonight, and the winner beat Takeshita next week on Dynamite, and the winner of that match goes to Revolution face Omega for that title, for the international title. Please be Takeshita, which it's probably gonna be banger. And Osprey and Fletcher meeting Steel Cage. Yeah, 2 Ethan picks already. And speaking of Ethan picks, this was an Ethan pick, 9 out of 10. For the TBS title, Mercedes Moné defeating Hard Cameron 12-56 from Moné Maker, 6 out of 10. Tag Team Brisbane Brawl match, Death Riders, 8-0 World Champion John Miles, introduce him Claudio Castagnoli, defeat Am Copeland and JY 14 minutes before he says via Boyle and Copeland is getting the shot at Revolution, by the way. Honestly, I actually like the TBS title match a little better than this match. I'll be honest, this might be a hot take, Sam, but Death Riders, I do not care about it one bit. It reminds me of House of Torture. This is AEW's version of House of Torture.
That's
And I like Claudio. I feel bad for saying just for Claudio. I do like Mox too, but Stone Cold from Wish.
woof.
I mean, am I wrong? Have you seen the dude?
Yeah, no, he. I was hoping that they were gonna go somewhere with the Death Riders, but that's neither here nor there.
I love Brisbane, by the way. Bravo for saying I'm Copeland's theme. That was awesome. 6 out, like I said, 6 out of 10. But if I had to pick the least favorite for me, I'd probably say this one, honestly. Continental title match. Speaking of Australia, hometown boys, Okada retains our buddy match, 13 minutes 25 seconds, 7 out of 10. Guess it's Okada. By the way, this is the second time they face out in singles competition, Sam. The first one was at Bound Valley a couple years ago. Actually, the same show Mercedes beat Kari for the women's title, IWGP women's title.
Interesting. All right.
And maybe speaking of women's titles, Tony Storm becomes a 4-time champion. Technically, one was interim, but before they got rid of that interim bullshit. I hate that, by the way. I don't know how you felt about it, Sam. I can't remember if you liked it or not, but I did not like that interim title bullshit.
It was fine the first time. Like, even with Punk, when they started doing, well, we got an interim while so-and-so is injured. That was fine. But then every time somebody got injured, everyone became an interim champion.
Or they were sick for a couple weeks. Yeah, like TNT champion, Sammy Guevara.
Yep.
Tony Storm for a bit, which I'm not knocking those two. That's not their fault. Just TK. But well, I'm not trashing AEW. But so technically, Tony Storm is officially 4-time. She beats Marmot at 15 minutes inside Cradle. I really enjoyed it. 7 out of 10. I figured if the opening match wasn't main event, it was gonna be this match.
Yeah, no, it was tough. Even with Okada on the card, I was just like, this made sense. This felt like a main event. You know, there was a time where I think the crowd might have gone dead. But I think it was just before. I think Mariah was. It was like certain Mariah was gonna pin her, and the crowd was like, it just went silent.
Oh yeah, it was funny. So Luther came down from the crowd, and Mariah, and you see the camera on Mariah, and she's like, "What the fuck?" Because he looked like an usher, not the rapper, the like movie theater person. And Mariah, you just see Mariah randomly like, "The fuck?" Thought that was funny. And they also did. Granted, I like both shows, but I probably lean to NXT a little better, which I'll get to my picks, my ratings in a second with that show because I forgot to. Actually, I'll do that after the Ring of Honor show because they did tape Ring of Honor Global. Technically, they said AW Ring of Honor Global Wars, but let's just be honest, it should just be AW Global Wars.
Yes.
So they taped it on Saturday and they aired it Monday. Well, last Monday as this drops. So opening match, 6-minute tag team match, Outrunners, Truth Man, Turboy, and Bandito. I will. Before I get going, it was funny. Did you see the clip going around on Twitter saying where the Outrunners came up with pink masks and they pointed Jericho and Jericho's like, and he's going like this, trying to like he's breaking character because he was laughing his ass off.
I did not see that. No.
Oh, it was. They had the pink mask on, and then they point the camera to Jericho, and Jericho's like, and he had to go like this. He had to turn away because he was laughing. I'm like, they broke them. He did it. They did the same thing. Yeah, they beat the Learning Tree. So Bandito beat Jericho with the 21 plex. So that's the future Ring of World title match sometime. Ring of Honor or AEW. Pure title. 6-minute time match. 6 of big bills over, by the way, in international countries. I'm pretty excited for that match with Powerhouse, that street fight.
Mm-hmm.
Pure time match. Lee Moore retains with Robbie Eagles. Really fun match. 7 out of 10. my matchup. Actually, my match of the show. I'll get to my second one in a second. Mark Davis. Speaking of Australian boys, Mark Davis beating Tommy Knight. Haas fight. Really enjoyed that one. 6 out of 10. Ring of World titles. Sons of Texas. Dustin Rose. Sam Guerrero retains over MXM Clash. Mason Matt and Mansoor. Not bad. My favorite part of the match where Dustin Rose was going to do the TZ dive. Then he told him to suck, and it literally spins her, and he. I'm like, you do you, Dustin. And then after the match, Mason Madden stole the tag title. Literally, Sam the tag title. That's it. Just one single belt. And he was booking her, too. I mean, he was a football player, so. I mean, makes sense. And the other match I really enjoyed, Athena defeating Mrs. Will Ospreay, Alex Windsor to retain the women's title.
Yeah, I watched. Like I said, I watched a chunk of the last one. Couldn't finish it, but I did watch the pure match. It's great. Loved it. We need more of the pure title matches.
Lee Moriarty's still underrated.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah, I'll give Finch a one very quick because I meant to. I just forgot to. So opening match. Just lost the results page. Give me once. I came way less prepared on this episode, and I'm pretty good at keeping up with.
We were focusing on NXT. That's why I'm not spending too much time looking at this.
Good point. Well, NXT is Finch's. Oh my god. Well, sorry. It's funny how they're calling WWE Finch's Day. Do you ever notice that? But it's NXT.
I did not know that. No.
So anyway, opening match, women's sort of title match, 7 for to be found him 15 minutes, 1 second. Really fun match, 7 out of 10. NXT tag title match, Ethan Peck, Nathan Frazier, and Axel defeat Yoshiki Inamura and Josh Briggs at 10 minutes, 24 seconds, 8 out of 10. That was my match of the show. 84 defeating Trick Williams, 10 minutes, 58 seconds. In a strap match, my least favorite match of the show, 5 out of 10. Ethan Page defeating Joanne Evans, 11 minutes, 59 seconds. Via twist. So he calls the twist of fate the twisted grin. I actually like that little tribute to Matt Hardy.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get to the Hardys in a little bit because that was pretty newsworthy. 7 out of 10. NXT title triple threat match, over 50 defeat, 8 times down under. It was basically a handicap match till the end. 13 minutes, 13 seconds, 7 out of 10. I actually was really impressed with this match. And the reason they made it this match, the women's title match, was because Jordan Grace. Because it's Jordan Grace. Julia retains over Bayley, Cora Jade, and Roxy Perez, 18 minutes, 31 seconds, 7 out of 10 as well. And spoiler, Roxanne's in the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, no, this was a good card. I'd go back and want to rewatch some of this. Yeah, so going off of that, we've had a lot going on. I think we were talking about this. I gotta take my sunglasses off because it's getting a little bright here. Not a little bright, not bright enough. Ricky is in NXT. All right, let's start there. I've started watching. That was kind of the reason why I watched the week before Vengeance Day. And we all know who he is. He's in NXT. Shoot forward to this past week's episode of NXT. Solid episode. A lot of stuff that happened. I was just shocked. Moose showing up at the beginning of the show, challenging Obafemi.
Me.
Could not, because when you were freaking out, like you gotta turn on the TV, and I'm like, oh, I'll watch it tomorrow. And I went on X, and it was like,
see, Moose
is one of my favorites. I love him over in TNA. Man,
I would say though, like I don't respect what he did years ago. Like if anyone knows what happened, they know what happened. I'm not gonna bring it up because everybody keeps talking on Twitter. But you can't deny he's a great wrestler. I mean, he's the X-Division champion. It's funny because so the beginning of the show, Old Family came out and he wanted to call it the Retribution 2.0 guys because they laid him out.
Yeah.
Which was insane because Femi's a beefy boy. And then the lights went. I was like, oh, it's part of that group, right? And then they got super close to Moose's face, and it took me a second because like it was like he was like far away, and then they go whoosh. I was like, oh shit, it's Moose. I'm like, boys, get your asses off that TV right now.
That was very exciting. Obviously we had that. Who was it? And don't mind me because I'm still getting it. getting used to the talent over there. Who just challenged? You just mentioned the Hardy Boys.
No
They
car
went up,
catch crew.
yes, they went up to Frazier and Axiom there, and they were talking about challenging for titles, and they want to go after the best titles, most prestigious titles against the one of the best tag teams in the world, and it was the Hardy Boys.
I I did like that because like Frax, they thought they were going to like talk about them, and then Frax was like, "We already beat you guys once," and they're like, "We need to talk about you. We want the Hardy Boys." It's right now it's an untitled, but could change. I mean, we already got the TNA X Division title on the line next week. Well, tomorrow as this drops, and they're in Cincinnati, Ohio too. So
Yeah, exactly. So a lot of exciting things. So we had Ricky Starks come out. Ricky Starks.
for this part right now, yes, Ricky Starks. We'll get to the contract in a second.
So we had the whole contract signing. It's funny. I was like, it'd be kind of cool since he's here. Man, Ethan Page, that'd be a cool thing to kind of interact with. Not even like a minute after having that thought, he comes out.
Oh, ego.
So I do like that we're going to get that kind of almost off the bat. Almost. Obviously, we got him. Wesley wants to take him on. He's going to be taking him on this coming week.
Tag team, yeah, it's him. It's Ricky and Javon against Page and Lee.
Yes.
Oh, because the contract's on. We'll get to Ricky Stark's new name in a second. So basically, Page comes out, talks, basically saying Ricky, take a page out of his book, blah blah blah. And Javon like literally was like, "All right, well, it's on site. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you."
Yeah. So
and then Wesley came out.
Yeah. So we have that. We have that whole thing going on. So we get the sign, and I thought it was interesting the way they went about it. He never said his name, so the crowd probably had no idea. They're probably all scrambling on their phones afterwards. But he's going into the name Ricky Saints, which, as Scott and I said last episode, he didn't say his name, so he's getting a name change. So I'm kind of glad they're sticking with Ricky. I'm glad that they're sticking with Ricky S. Ricky Saints, I don't know if it has the same. I don't care for it at the moment. However, that could change. I don't think I'll ever like anything. It's kind of like LA Knight. To me, he's Eli Drake. Yeah.
It took me a long time to get used to the LA Knight name.
In WWE, LA Knight works.
Yes.
For what they're doing, yeah. He goes back, he's Eli Drake.
I got shoes of a champion.
Yeah, exactly.
As he was shit face.
And I don't have to say what I think, Ethan, you and I want to say about this. The promo he cut last week, the promo he cut here, to say that AEW dropped the ball on him is an understatement. The man is going to the moon. Scott and I said that when we saw him on NWA Power that first season.
That's why I seen him too. That's why I first seen him.
Yeah, when we first saw him and he came out like, this guy has it. He has it. So it's good to see him here. Again, don't care for the name. One of the things I found interesting, and maybe you have more details on this, I guess he blasted senior talent.
Yep. Okay, I'm glad you brought this up. Yeah, because he was on Busted Open after Dark with Bully.
Yeah, so I'll let you kind of reference. I have the article in front of me. I'm looking at, I think, Wrestling Inc. No, eWrestling News.
Yeah, I seen it on Twitter from a site. I can't remember who was that, but basically he was. So basically, he got the Ricky because he's from New Orleans, and then like the New Orleans Saint. So honestly, I don't hate the name change. It's gonna take me a while to get used to it. I already called him Ricky Starks like 15 times.
Ricky Saints. Okay, that makes sense. If he's from New Orleans, okay. I can get on board with that.
So that's why. Thank God they kept the Ricky. Because people were like, "What's his wrong answer? What's his name?" And I think I sent it to the group chat. I said Ricky Spanish, American Dad reference. People get it. Ricky Spanish. Honestly, I would have died loud. It was actually that, just for shits and giggles. Ladies and gentlemen, Ricky Spanish. Oh shit. But I'm glad they kept it similar. So it's like Kevin Steen with Kevin Owens, because obviously his son's name is Owen. That's what, and he likes Owen Hart.
Yep.
So, and then like the veteran, because I think Boy asked him like some about AEW. I can't remember what the exact question was. Some about AEW, and he basically like saying creative control and veterans, and he's like, "That's all I'm gonna say, just veterans." So people are assuming it's Adam Copeland because that promo last year, was it the last year? Yeah, last year. Because remember they basically call him like my brain just stopped working. You know what people know what I'm talking about. If you've seen the promo last year, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm trying to recall the promo.
I think he called him like wannabe Rock, and then Stark's like, that sent me over the edge.
Because I've also heard.
I would really play that, but I don't want to get copyrighted.
No, maybe we'll figure out how to do that at some point. The other one, obviously, I've heard Jericho. You know, Jericho's name.
Here's the other one I was about to say. Yeah, Jericho.
Here's, and I don't know the details. And again, I think Ricky's a star. Ricky's gonna be fine. He's gonna do great in WWE. We've said this for a long time. What point? So here's my thing. He says veterans got in his, into his business, into his creative business. This is something that comes up with Punk, and I don't know. And again, this isn't to knock Punk. This is to knock the people who talk about Punk, who are, he's the one that comes to mind. Somebody who is anti-establishment, this and that. I'm going to do what I want. I'm not going to follow the rules. There probably was a character behind that. It's probably like, hey, I'll play ball, but there are certain things I'm not going to do. Certain things, Moxley did it. He wasn't going to say the stuff he was going to say about Roman Reigns, about the leukemia. At what point is it okay? Like here's this is what I'm getting at. Right now, he's not saying this, and a lot of people are going to be like, yeah, you shouldn't listen, do what you want to do. But in 20 years, we're going to hear people who aren't going to listen to this man.
Nope.
Overall, I'm saying is, when do you listen? All right? This is just, I guess, anything in general, because I'm glad he's doing what he's doing, and he definitely has people he listens to. But, like, at what point do you look at all this talent? And this is the big thing with AEW, maybe the talent doesn't listen. Sure. But in the future, who does that talent listen? Are you going to be listened to? The CM Punk thing. Everyone's like, "Oh, CM Punk's been in a locker room. He's been doing this for years." And da 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 da. I go, but he was the anti-establishment guy. He didn't want to play. He didn't want to play ball. Whether it be part of the character and all of a sudden it's like, well, he's one of the old school guys now, so people need to listen to him. You can't have it both ways. Unless you figured out how it, if it works. For Punk, that's 50-50. He kind of made it work for him. It also kind of shot him in the foot a little bit. I'm not even talking about AEW. I'm talking about like WWE.
Heyman Page.
No other options when he left WWE.
Heyman Page fought to say years ago. Remember that?
Yeah. Yeah, he could. I don't know. That's why I found it interesting when we had this we're seeing, veterans are getting involved in my creative business, but and he might have said it in a different tone. But like in 20 years, is he going to be expecting his input to be taken by younger talent?
Probably not.
I don't know. That's any thoughts on anything I just said? I know it sounded like a bumbling mess.
No, I mean, you're not fully wrong. I mean, like a lot of people don't listen. Like just watch LFG on A&E.
Yeah. Some of them need to be whipped into shape. Others, there are definitely things. I'll give you an example. So when I was younger, I was like 18 years old. 18, 16, 17. I had a friend's father who wanted me to go into the guard. Oh, you got the benefits, you got this, you got that. Like, all right. Well, well, you're gonna have to cut your hair.
No.
I had long hair at this point, not where I'm at now, where there's nothing. I had long hair, and I go, well, that's probably a no. It's like, why not? What about? I go, I don't care. I go, I'll do a lot of things, but I have my lines, and I understand. Maybe Ricky has his line somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Are there veterans you shouldn't listen to? Absolutely. I don't want Vince Russo telling me what to do.
Bro, listen here, bro.
There could be people like, Bully Ray, which I know he has people are 50-50 on him.
Yep.
But I wouldn't be opposed to taking advice from him.
Taker Rick, it's funny. When they show Ricky's debut, like Taker was on, I don't know if they were doing like a watch along or something, and Taker, a boy was asking him, and Taker kept like pointing at the screen, like trying to tell him that Ricky was there, and boy's like why are you pointing at the screen? And he's like, oh, Ricky Starks, and Taker, because he got trained by him, right? Like, sorry, that was poor choice of words. I think when Taker was getting ready for that Cena match, I think it was, or one of the WrestleMania match Taker was getting ready for, like what close to his retirement, Ricky and Aaron Soul were helping like wrestle with them.
Yep.
And then I think there's like a midi half an hour thing, I think, on YouTube. If you type in Taker and Starks, you know what I'm talking about. I think it's like where Taker's like telling him advice. Like, I think there's some barbecue joint and they're like he's giving him advice, and Ricky and they're like sitting there like this. That's one dude I would take advice from, honestly.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, you can pick and choose. That's fine. I'm just not. I really have. I think it's the mentality of you need to listen to people. I think the CM Punk model comes up a lot, where it's like, yeah, he's not listening to the old people. He's not this and that. However, now he's a veteran. Everyone should listen to him because he has the experience in this and that. It's like, well, you can't not listen to people then expect everyone to listen to you. At some point, you gotta listen some way. And again, it's not the talent themselves. I think it's the viewpoint of how people are going to look at this in like 20 years. It just tickled me the wrong way. And I was just like, I don't know. There's something I think we need to talk about.
No, I agree with that. And people are already, I think in 20 years, people are like, oh, listen to this old fart.
Yeah. So, no, super excited. I loved everything about this week's NXT. I love how hot Julia is. It's great to see Jordynne Grace.
Did you see the ending there when Fakir and Julia were staying here and Grace was here and she looked at both titles?
I didn't notice that, actually. So I'm assuming we might be getting 2 belts Jordan?
Yes, I would gladly take that. I mean, do I wish she went to the main roster? Yeah, because she would spend her time like during her TNA. But I mean, trust me, a season like they're not got plans for her right now, so I'm okay with a couple months or so, a year at the top. Like, don't put her down like super long, like Johnny Gargano, but like a year maybe tops.
Yeah, no, I mean they're not gonna have him right away. Clearly you need to get some experience in there. You got to move some of the talent up to NXT, from NXT up to the main roster. You got to clear out the main roster. I think we've had this conversation before. That roster can only be so big. People are gonna have to get cut. Does it suck? Yes, but you're gonna have limits. So even if your favorite wrestlers get cut, I don't know, let's say even DIY gets cut.
Sucks. Not gonna lie, that would be shocking. Not gonna lie,
it would be, but also we are tight. There's only so much space.
Oh yeah,
that's for any promotion. That's just not a WWE thing. That's an AEW thing. That's a New Japan thing.
Actually, I'm glad you brought up New Japan so a lot of the wrestlers actually don't have contracts right now.
Interesting. Why would that be?
Because They're 1 years. They go up to January or February, and Kevin Knight's already in talks with AEW and WWE.
We said he was going. I think we had that conversation last year.
Yeah, oh yeah. Even top beginning this year, Wrestle Kingdom, in our Wrestle Kingdom review.
Yes, exactly. I knew we talked about it somewhere. So, yeah, I'm curious. I don't know. I'm looking forward to NXT. I had a lot of fun these past couple of weeks. They were easier to consume. I forgot how easy they can be when you enjoy the product.
Do you watch on CW, Sam, or do you?
I watched it after.
Wait, see in Canada, it's Netflix, which is nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, are they doing right away on Netflix afterwards if you want to replay it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I know Dynamite's doing that. They didn't do it for Grand Slam. I could not find Grand Slam on Max.
Weird.
I don't know if it's considered a special event.
Probably because it did replace Collision, but it was like a TV special kind of thing.
Yeah, I didn't see it on there. So, yeah, I wasn't sure. But I'll be watching. I'll be watching NXT more often. Looking forward to Stand and Deliver coming up a couple months.
We also got Roadblock. See, I'll be honest. I misheard it was a TV special. I thought it was a pay per view because I was just saying in the group chat. I was like, oh yeah, don't forget because adding to shows for this season. It's got like TV. I was like, oops, missed that part.
When is Roadblock?
Hang on, let me look that up. I actually forgot. I'm so tired. 2025. Let me see here. March 11th at the theater at Madison Square Garden. That is a Tuesday.
All right.
So TV specials, it doesn't count.
Damn it. So I won't be home. I'll be on vacation then. So I'm gonna have to get my hands on it somehow.
Just watch on your phone, walking.
I'll be at
That,
Disney for a little kid's birthday. So
you're gonna be at Magical King. Wow, Magic Kingdom.
yeah, maybe I'll run into Gargano. You know, since him and his wife are always in Disney.
That's true. A lot of wrestlers do go there. Matt Cardona goes there like every day.
Yeah, he does. I don't know how I don't run into anybody like that.
I know. What the hell?
Because I go more often than I'm willing to admit.
Hey, now nothing wrong with admitting it.
Well, it's not my decision, you know. It's a nice to walk around. I just realized my cat's in here. She's been nice and quiet the whole time.
I know she was sitting in the corner of your room there earlier.
Yeah, she was. Absolutely was. Well, Scott, you missed us talking NXT for an episode. I'm enjoying it. I love everything going on right now.
Oh,
a lot of great talent.
Sorry, Sam, right quick. So Speed was today as we're recording this.
Yep.
And your favorite wrestler, Zoe Stark, is challenging for the women's speed title this Wednesday coming as this drops.
Oh, my girl. My girl. I love Zoe.
She beat Shotzi in the finals.
Shotzi's still signed with them?
Yes. She wrestles well. She had
like.
I kind of felt bad for her because she was supposed to be in the Rumble, and then they took her out and put Alexa Bliss. Not blaming Alexa Bliss, by the way. Just disclaimer. I don't need the Bliss fans coming after me. Or the Wide Six. So yeah, I just wanted to bring that up real quick because I know Sam's a big Zoe Stark fan, so I had to tell her. It's on Twitter, so you can watch it quickly.
Yep. No, I will have to check it out. Well, Ethan, before you hop off here, tell people where they can find you at.
You can find me on Twitter as it's on my handle there, wrestling_fan_9. The ATR page for the Japan side, I'm really gonna get back into that. I've just been super behind trying to get all the February's right. So basically, the new rule is that if I don't get all the for this month February, if I don't get all done by the end of early the first day of March, then I just don't bother because it's kind of late. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. No, 100%.
If I don't, I really want to try for the New Japan Cup because that's like March Madness. Spoiler. Anyway, and then you can follow me, my show, Walk Free Express podcast, every Friday and Sundays for Friday time shows Monday, Thursday, and Sunday. Obviously, the weekend shows on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, because yeah, it's easy. And on here, Above the Ring for ATR's War and Rising Sun. Ooh.
All right. You can find me as the SOB official. I also run the Bedlam Media X account at media_bedlam. That is it. Just trying to figure that out on Rising Sun. You find us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. We are on all streaming platforms. If you cannot find us on there, please let us know and we will put ourselves on there. Guys, thank you so much for listening. This has been Sam-geance Day. I need to say it one more time. We are out of time. And as always, do not forget to join the Bedlam.
Thanks, guys.